If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Mallory. If you'd like to become one of my pals, it is super simple. Just hit the subscribe button down below. Turn on all your post notifications. If you are a returning pal, welcome back. So, you may notice, hopefully, if you are honestly subscribed. I know some people think they are and they're not, so take a second, double check that you have subscribed and that you rung the bell, because if you did notice, it's been a minute since I've uploaded anything, and I'm in this weird phase of life. So basically, to catch up speed, not much has really fully changed. I don't do Tai Chi on Mondays. It's been a really long while since on a Monday I've done Tai Chi. Today was the first Sunday in a really long time that I actually had a proper lazy Sunday, like how I used to do. And I just felt like that's what my body, that's what my body really needed. So on the one hand, I'm okay that I didn't do anything today, but on the other, I'm a little bit it's probably not the best idea. So anyways, that's an internal struggle I'm having, but my trainer, it's kind of a really busy time, and he's got a lot of stuff, and he is contemplating moving Tai Chi to Tuesdays going forward. So I'll keep you guys in the loop. If you're interested, you can let me know, comment down below. But currently on Tuesdays, I work out with my trainer for half an hour, and I swear you blink and you're done. And you're like, really? As I've mentioned in previous videos, it always has been and still is my goal to up that to either a 45-minute session to 60 minutes. I would love a full hour twice a week. We shall see what the future holds. Wednesdays, I still am talking to my old therapist, just phone call combos. Thursday, I do get that full 60 minutes with my trainer, and lately that's even been going by a blink of an eye. I'm just having so much fun and learning so much about life and personal training, and just, I don't know, it's just really, really good. Fridays, a full hour of Aquafit, which I love. I would say, except for today, this past week though, usually almost every day of the week for a good hour. Some days it's a little less, but I try for an hour. My goal is to be outside in the fresh air and walk and get 1 to 2 miles in, and that's during the afternoon. Then 4 to 5 nights a week, my mom and I, we go after dinner outside and walk, and we try to do 5 miles. Sometimes we hit that mark, sometimes we're just shy, sometimes it's a little less, but hey, we have a goal, and we're doing good. We're keeping that body moving. So, but Tuesday nights still have an online class. At times I think about taking other online classes and studying stuff. And then sometimes I'm just I'd rather not be tied down. I don't really know. It's a thing I go back and forth on. If you saw, if I was able to post a video about my sneakers, then my sneakers were falling apart, and they're only 4 months old. So how is that a thing? I don't have an answer for that. The people tried to blame it on the material of the shoe. They tried to blame it on the way that I walk. And I said, oh, no, 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 you can't do that. I went back to the store where I bought the shoes from. I'm thinking, you're the lady who sold me these, so you can't blame it on the shoe. You can't say, sorry, I sold you a bad product, without saying, sorry, I sold you a bad product. And then when I deny that, you can't tell me it's the way that I walk, because I've never had a shoe fall apart on me in 4 months. Sneakers. Pair of sneakers made for athletic people. Gym goers. So they had to send them off to corporate up in Tampa, and you know, we got the word, and the word is they're one time only. I get a store credit, which will be the equivalent of a new pair of shoes, so I do intend on getting a new pair of sneakers. That's semi-exciting. I haven't like done that yet, but I plan to. I plan on going back to the eyeglass place, get these tightened, see that this has like that glare proof film stuff. I don't know, these just like I must be driving be driven a little cuckoo. I can't stay. Like, you can see the ring light in my lenses, and that drives me absolutely insane. Clearly, anyone with glasses, like, that's going to be somewhat of an issue, but, like, my other glasses always, like, my prescription, it should be in there, and if not, always have some type of, like, a thing to help with a glare problem, and I feel like these have a big glare problem, so that is something I want to double check. And then my sunglasses, my new ones, if you've seen them or not, I don't know. I think they're on the other side of this bed. They were like loose, they're pretty darn loose. When I went to pick these items up, it wasn't the normal lady that I was like starting to get to know. It was a different woman, and she claimed she couldn't tighten my sunglasses any further because, I don't know, the frames were too wide, which I thought was a bunch of BS. So I'm going to go back to the same place, give the people another shot at it. If I'm an unhappy, unsatisfied customer, I plan on trying somewhere else in the future. But I'm very spoiled by the person who always did my eyeglass adjustments in New Jersey. In a dream world, I would be so rich, I would be liquid, that I'd have enough money. I could fly all the people I miss, like my eyebrow lady, my facialist, like my eyeglass person, like all the good things of Jersey. And like, hell, I'd like invite my best friend over for dinner. I'm like, y'all come on my private jet. I'll fly you down here, do what we do, get what we need to get done, and you can be home like in the same day. Come for a weekend, like, or I'd have like office space rented for all these people. I'd have everything that they need to just meet all my needs. So I would just say, y'all quit whatever you're doing and you're personally working for me. You're part of my entourage. Living the dream. Well, anyways, till we get to that point in life, I gotta make do with what's around here. And anywho, so I have an audiologist. I like her. She's nice. We picked out, she helped, but between her and my friend's husband, I picked out some new hearing aids. They're sleeping. I like to say they're sleeping. Oh my goodness. Oh, kidoki. Just, you know, it's fine. I unplugged this, so there's a thingy, you know, USB, right? Yeah, what is this? A USB-C maybe? I don't know. Anyways, this is plugged into, or was plugged into a cord that was plugged into a wall charger outlet. I'm like looking right at it, but you could like take that out of the charging brick and put it in like a computer or anything else that is like USB. Oh my god, I know exactly what to do. Okay, so I'll tell you my epiphany in a second. But this is a magnetic, like strong magnetic closure. So the red is the right hearing aid and the blue is the left hearing aid. You could probably see they look a little different, but they do say, I don't know if you can see that. If you can, it's a little fuzzy. It says demo. So these are demo. These are not the, like, this is the brand, this is the shape, this is the size of the hearing aids, but these are not the color. I believe they called yesterday, I don't know, they called a couple of days ago to say my hearing aids are in, so I can't wait to get everything properly fitted, adjusted, etc. Get everything just the way that I like it and I'm on it, and show you all. Like, these will be the other ones, not the ones I just showed you, but the ones that are coming will be officially mine. But what I was saying is you can, you know, unplug. Let me try to do. See the like cord? So I have them sitting there, and then ta-da! I have so many like things plugged into those on the other side of the bed. I have like a heating pad. I have a thing for my, I don't know, sometimes, I don't know, I just got a lot. It's like one of those like power strips, you know, and I don't want to like overdo something, you know, and you like blow a circuit or like you cause a problem because you have too many things plugged in at once. Like, we don't need that. But my bed on both sides, like, we're talking like where the pillows are, like where you put your head, underneath is 2 USB like ports or whatever you want to call them. So once I get my hearing aids, and it's they're rechargeable, that's a rechargeable case. So whenever I'm not wearing them or when I'm sleeping and stuff, they will live in there and they'll constantly have a nice charge. I can unplug the USB thingy from the charging brick and stick it under my bed, and then I can keep that on the nightstand on my side of the bed, so at night everything is there and it's easy. And then when I get up in the morning, they're right there. Like, I don't have to like constantly be like coming around over here. But if in the future, when it's safe to go anywhere or to travel, I will have the option where I could plug these into a wall, or if there is a USB charging thing, like a lot of hotels now, like you do have your wall outlets, but like you also have like USB compatibility. I have options in life. I just expanded my world a little talking to you guys, so thanks for that. I love this camo. I like have a thing. Okay, so I'm in love with my Apple Watch, and we'll get more into that in a second. So I keep going back to see my kinesthesiologist. I have other things that I've been looking into as alternative healing modalities at some point, since I'm updating you all and everything. I think blood work, you know, was a thing that was brought up, and I think it's a thing that might need to happen. What I've learned in my process of trying to make things work for me is that the reason why I get like nervous and anxious or whatever around the whole blood work thing, because let's just be real, I mean, I'm gonna say this, I've never met anyone who enjoys the process of it, but there's people who, they just don't like it, but that doesn't mean they're gonna be like climbing the walls and like, you know, running away from you. Well, if that made sense. And that's because I have PTSD. It like in a therapy session, we were trying to work on my fears and phobias, and it's like, why am I so phobic around blood work? And like, why does it give me such high anxiety and so many problems? And it hit me like a ton of bricks, and I will tell you. So when I was little, from the age of 10 months old to 5 years old, I had 5 surgeries. When you are a little child, when you're still like a baby, like borderline toddler or whatever, like when you're little, you don't always have the vocabulary to express how you're feeling. but you know something's off weird, and you know like you're scared. So like you know you're scared, but you can't express it. So if you know anything about surgeries, great. If you haven't ever had to have one, just know that before you have surgery, they need to do blood work just to make sure like everything is a-okay and like you can be all clear. So as a little kid, it's like if A plus B equals C, it's like a blood test meant surgery. Surgery meant strangers taking me away from my mother, putting me in a strange environment, and scaring the you-know-what out of me. So to this day, there's this like deep-rooted fear and anxiety of like, because nothing fun ever came from a blood test. Even if I got a sticker, ice cream, whatever, like the end of it all was never fun and PTSD. So now that I know this, you know, it kind of helps to have a better understanding of why things are the way that they are, and I'm not just being a difficult person. It makes me feel better about myself, and I talked to my mom about it. It helps her to have a slightly better understanding as to why things are so complicated. And it's like, why can't we just do this and like get it done and be over with and have like answers and like get you on a road to feeling better? Because I'm traumatized. So anyways, got my camo. Got this cute like carrying case for like technology. So I could put like charging wires in here, other bibs and bulbs. For when the magical day comes that I ever go anywhere or travel, which who knows when the hell that'll be. There are these like zipper storage thingies. There's got lovely stuff, and I'll show you what it looks like on the other side. This is where I store my Apple bands. So this is the OG Apple band that came with this watch, but the other day I wanted something like, I had like a theme going with my outfit and it needed a little camo, so I incorporated that through an Apple Watch band. This, like I said, the OG. The rest, they all came from Etsy. And part of me wants to collect more. I have all these like fun ideas in my head, or I'm thinking like down the road of like, ooh, something Christmassy, like just things to match holidays, or just, I would love something that's like a light blue color. I don't know, even like lighter than that, like, or maybe that's a nice color, just something like a light powdery blue. And other just fun stuff. So, however, I've been paying attention to all the rumors and whatnots about the Apple Watch Series 7 that I think is coming out this year. And if what they're saying about the latest Apple Watch is true, I know I'm gonna want it. There's one thing that the Fitbit Sense does that the Apple Watch doesn't, and I wish it did, and maybe one day like they could get there, but the the Fitbit Versa, I don't know, the latest Fitbit, it measures your like skin temperature. Like you wear it and it like will tell you how hot or cold you are. And honestly, I wish I could track that. I mean, it's funny, there's moments where I have these hot flashes that are so insane. I get just a smidge paranoid. I take my temperature and it's always like low. It's like the hotter I feel on the inside, the lower my temperature becomes, which is like backwards, which says there's something with the thyroid. So anyways, I don't know. But I have a white one that has my whole entire business logo. I wish I had something to show you, but anyways, my business logo etched into it, and then it's kind of hard to see. And then on the other side, it just has my business, or my company name, which is Awakening Butterfly. I have one. I got this pink one that's like strictly like Harry Potter themed. If you want a more in-depth view of these, let me know. This has the Death Black with the Deathly Hallows, but this is like a combination of Star Wars, HP, and Lord of the Rings. You can kind of tell. Like, I know that's the Elder Wand. I know that's the Lifesaver Sword. I know that is the ring in the middle, like the elfish script writing of what it says on the ring. Then there's something that I'm assuming is also a Lord of the Ring thing on the bottom. Then there's a sword, which I'm like, is that the sword of Gryffindor? I don't think so. Is there a sword in Lord of the Rings? I should sound like I know about the Lord of the Rings, but that's another story for another day. But anyways, I just love that. My magic band is purple. Like the bit, you know how like I take my magic band for Disney and I slide it on. I used to slide it onto my Fitbit. Well, now I'm gonna put it on my Apple Watch, and I got that idea and I got inspired by my best friend and her husband. Also, that's one of the main reasons why I love my Apple Watch, is I feel like it keeps us connected, because she's, you know, she lives in Jersey. I moved down here. Anywho, so I wanted to keep in purple theme and Disney theme, so all you need is face, chest, and a little bit of pixie dust. And good old-fashioned Tinkerbell, she is my fave. I have a lot of faves, but like I love her enough to like, hello, she's on an Apple Watch band. And this is a pretty purple. It's like a light purple color. The only thing stopping me at this point in time from growing my Apple Watch band collection is, like I said, if there are rumors about the Series 7 is true, I'm gonna want to invest in it, and people are crossing their fingers that the new Apple Watch will be compatible with like all the other bands. So, I mean, if they're not compatible with what I currently have, I might just keep this, because I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But what I did is I managed to get my old one working, and I gave it to my mom, and she was enjoying it, and then like it fell, or I don't know, there was an incident, and like the screen just like shattered, and there was like shards of glass all over the kitchen floor. So if I were able to get another one, a new one, I would give her this one. Is it silly? My mom, she like gets my hand-me-downs for things. Anyways, I also opted for fun to go with like a slightly darker purple. And again, it's kind of hard. This one's, out of everything, is the hardest to see. But it says Ohana means family. And then there's like a Lilo and Stitch. And hibiscus flowers. Also, I mean, purple is one of my favorite colors. I love me some purple. I love Lilo and Stitch. I'm doing a lot of video watching on YouTube of like Walt Disney World content, because I really miss it. And I learned that, you know, the Polynesian is doing all this renovation, construction, and they're trying to turn it into like a Moana themed resort. But I'm like, what does that have to do with Hawaii? Keep it to Lilo and Stitch, thank you. Don't get me started on the Frozen ride. Woo. I think they're good. I don't know what, I forget what it's called. The one in Mexico Pavilion in Epcot with Donald and friends. I think they're replacing that, and they're gonna make a new ride, which goes along with the movie Coco, which I'm here for that, because at least it's bringing back some of the like true culture, you know. Because Donald Duck really has nothing to do with the culture. Just saying. And when I go to the Norway pavilion, I don't know why I would board a Viking ship to visit a country called Arendelle that doesn't really exist. So, anyways, these last two, they look practically identical in design-wise, but the difference between these and this type is it's kind of like a true watch. You know, where you gotta put the little thing in the hole. And I got that you had a choice of gold, rose gold, silver. There might have been like another metal option. And even though this is the watch that I got, is technically called gold and pink or pink and gold, because you know it came with this pretty light sand pink color. Because I don't have the like aluminum one, the like fancier one, this has more of a rose gold feel to it, where the other ones I've seen are like a true like yellowy gold. So yeah, I feel like swapping this for this. Let's give it a go. So anyways, those are all my thoughts, feelings, what's going on in my life. Sorry if you've been missing content from me or like videos, but not much has been, there's not much like anything majorly new other than hearing aids. I'm gonna get new sneakers. I'm gonna get hearing aids. I've been enjoying my demos, so I know like I made the right choice and everything. So I'm happy with my decisions there. Can't imagine like mixing and matching where one side's one color and the other's the other. That'd be cute, quirky. Okay, here we go. I looking forward to sneakers that don't have holes in them and that are not falling apart. This is my always Harry Potter, which I might watch tonight. I might like rewatch the movies. I'm like a small medium in the band size, and I usually put it on like the second or third hole there. And then as far as the face is concerned, like this, the actual like technically watch itself is the smaller of the two sizes. Yeah, anyways. Because like my day-to-day is pretty much like the same, I just didn't want to put like continuing to put this like exact same content out that you'd be like, we've seen this already, we're bored, we're over it. Because there are content creators on YouTube who, no fault of their own, but just like due to quarantine, the way the world is, just kind of being stuck and not really going anywhere and doing a whole heck of a lot. They have to like resort to stuff that they can just do from the safety and comfort of their own home. And it their stuff gets repetitious, and for me personally as a viewer, I'm like over it, so I kind of stop watching. So I try to put myself in y'all's shoes, because I do say to myself, like, if I am filming a video and I genuinely am having a good time, loving it, enjoying it, hopefully that radiates through the camera and you are having a good time too. If I'm filming something and I'm just like, ugh, because I'm over it, I don't want you to be like, oh man, like this is awful, and you click off. So this is a really long video because I'm a chatty person, but I want to give you all an update and just say I'm okay. Here I am. If you've missed me, you know, feel free to check out all my socials and everything in the description down below. Comments, questions, suggestions, comment section, you know what to do. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe, ring the bell, all the things. And as always, till next time, keep it quirky.